From my earliest remembrance, I lived in Florida and was quite young. We had a hell of a lot of fun there. We had a ravine going through our backyard that housed water moccasin, rats the size of cats, and catfish. So, since our backyard didn't have a fence in the ravine, and we were never allowed to go near it, and it was a huge backyard, so really didn't wander there very often, people would come in our backyard because we had a garden. The garden didn't serve any other purpose except food for the rats. So we took the advantage of having the neighbors come over and catch the rats in big gigantic mayonnaise jars. Who knows what they do with the rats? I never asked. But I know that down from the ravine there was a bridge over one of the roads, and that's where the hippies used to swing over a big giant hook on a string and catch catfish. And it was so hot in Florida that they would actually cook the catfish right there in a pan right on the street. Then I remember the hurricanes, and the hurricanes were pretty intense. We used to cower in our rooms and be afraid of them, quite afraid of them. I saw lightning strike a swimming pool and kill one of my best friends. I saw our whole yard turn into somebody else's yard overnight. If you didn't like your toys, you threw your toys out in the yard when the hurricanes were going to come, and you'd have all new toys the next day. It was pretty sweet. Also, the front yard had a big dip in it, which filled up with water. And surely enough, you didn't need a swimming pool. You had a natural place to go swimming out in front if you really liked ringworm. We loved ringworm. Tasty on our meals. But the most harrowing thing that ever happened to me was a hurricane where it hit, turned into a tropical storm, I guess. I guess that's what happens when you're only 1 mile from the shore. And I was hanging onto the carport, waving like a flag, watching my neighbor talk to my parents, hanging onto the fence. And that's when it all of a sudden, it sort of hit me. You know, I'm not a flag. I'm not a target for flying toys. And I don't think I like hurricanes. So, not long after that, we moved from Florida. Man, was I glad to get the hell out of there. My God. You could be out in the swimming pool during the day, get blisters on your back. And the sun wasn't even out. And then the sun would be out, and it'd be pouring rain. I didn't like living in a place like that, a place that weird. So, thank God we moved to California, eventually. But there's stories all along the way. And they're coming up soon. I gotta go.